It's time to get organized. You guys have been asking me for a kitchen tour. You want to see my spice drawer, my flour shugá drawer? Well, here it is. Let's do it. So my kitchen is a lot older. It was built in 1999, but I renovated my island and sort of tweaked the perimeter of my kitchen. So my island is still about 10 years old, but what I did was I created this huge, efficient workspace as I cook in the kitchen. So to the right side of my cooktop, I placed refrigerator drawers. So this makes it really convenient when I'm grabbing my vegetables. Here I have my milks and water, and then at the top I can put any of my cheeses. A lot of times I'll put a lot of different cheese and fruits. And then I have all my vegetables in the bottom. And the best part too is I can fit all of my lemons and limes right here in the bottom. So that way when I'm cooking, I don't have to go around the island to then prep. We're all right here. And then when I need my creamer, I can just turn around to my coffee machine, load up my coffee, and we're good to go. One thing to keep in mind, this is a 1-inch fill board, and you need that in between refrigeration and a heat source. When I was doing my research, they told me I needed 3 inches, which really would have prevented me from actually getting these refrigerator drawers because I was tight on space. So just know, all you need is 1 inch. You need a full board that divides the heat source and the refrigeration. I cannot live without this. This is like the best. I know it's super extra, it's a lot of bells and whistles, but it's a warming drawer. I have kids, so I can cook ahead, put everything and keep it warm inside. Now these individual holders, actually when you go to the warming drawer company, they will charge you a fortune for these. I just went to a restaurant supply store and bought these. They were $50 for all of these. So the good part about this, you put all of your food in here, and when you're done, you can put this right in the dishwasher. Make notes of how you cook in your kitchen. I actually made notes when I was designing this island of how I work efficiently, and this was pretty much the way I worked. I kind of work on the left, so I do all my chopping and cutting right here. And then I did, because I like to keep things sort of tucked away, I did a knife block. So this fits right inside the island, just like this. And then right on site when they install your countertops, they're just gonna cut a hole and then it plops right down like that. Trash can right below. So you have to think about stuff like that. So now when I'm chopping and cutting, I can just swoop right into the trash. And most importantly, you guys love this. So I use this drawer for my spices. I started this about 10 years ago, and I've since just updated them and added new labels. But the best part about these little containers, and I'll add the link below, there's a magnet on the bottom. So if you don't have a drawer to put them in, but maybe you could put them on your refrigerator. I actually also designed this. It's a magnetic chalkboard. They can store just like that. You can line them all up, put your labels on. I would keep it away from sunlight, but this is another thing that I designed. So of course, my refrigerator has a wooden panel and I needed a place to put my kids' artwork. It's a chalkboard magnetic board. So I had it custom cut, then I took this to a framer, had it framed, and then I put liquid nails and right on to the side of this cabinet. Every square inch of this island is completely utilized. So around the side, garlic, shallots, and onions. So in all these baskets, everything stays organized, but most importantly, it's in a cool, dark place, especially for your things like your potatoes, so that way they last longer. Don't neglect any space under your island. You can use that for good storage. You can place a cabinet. I know you have the stools in front of it, but this is stuff that I only use during the holidays for my linens, my tablecloths, and then that way it's just extra storage. My #1 requested organizational tip, my flour shugá drawer. So this keeps everything organized off the countertop, tucked away in a drawer. I designed this space to then hinge. You want to make sure it hinges in a way that you can open it while it's still in the drawer. And then I left this open space for miscellaneous: Wandra flour, semolina flour, cornstarch, any little extras. If you have a bigger drawer and you're someone you love to bake, put an extra slot for bread flour, so that's great. I didn't have the space. But then in my second drawer, I did a pasta drawer. Now, I primarily make a lot of homemade pasta, but sometimes my kids want to make some pasta for themselves, so we have some dry pasta, some risotto, miscellaneous noodles in the back. Last one is my coffee tea organizer. So I have all of my beans and my tea bags, and then any hot cocoa goes right here in the back. And that's it. It's how I stay organized in the kitchen. I hope it helps you get organized too. I'll see you next time.